Back here at Wilton Mill and getting ready for the X30 Senior Final, which will be over 10 minutes. And there they are sat in the dummy grid. Let's have a look at the grid for this X30 Senior Final. Lucas Ellingham. Big chance this to really cement his position at the top of the standings. Has pole position. Jude Fernhoe alongside on the front row. Nathan Amos and Jacob Stilp row 2, Tyler Reid and Brandon Matchell on the third row of the grid. Archie Forber and Ty Stansfield on row 4, Cameron Coombs and Oliver Henwood on row 5, Hugo Gilbert and Alex Johnston on row number 6, Vishal Patel and Ellis Bourchier row 7, Harry Cottrell and Jerome Philippe on row 8. Thomas Mullett and Thomas Massarella are on the 9th row of the grid. Benjamin Southgate and Daniel Hackett row 10, Christopher Bingham and Jensen Buckingham on row 11, Benjamin Watts and Harrison Pugh on row 12, Finley McKee and Martin Auger row 13, Stephanie Hobieka completes the 26. Oh, what's happened here? 3 karts I think have had a bit of an oops on the way out for the X30 seniors. And that's the 21 of Thomas Massarella in trouble. Oh dear, as Benjamin Southgate's facing the wrong way and I think pulling off. So I think we've got karts already out of this race before it's even begun. That will be particularly disappointing for those drivers who were looking forward to having a good race here. DJ rejoins me in the box.
I'm going to leave my woolly hat on.
Yeah.
I've never commentated with a woolly hat on before. So
first time for everything. What have you found out in the 10 seconds we've got?
In my investigations, I went to the timing tower and basically it looked like a bit of a misunfortunate timing thing where the system allocates like a second before someone crosses the line.
Yep.
The timer didn't do it, but your man on the start box did. And he showed the last lap board, but the timing thought, no, it's not last lap yet, we'll give it one more.
Okay, well, across the line we go for the start of the final here in X30 Senior. Lucas Ellingham gets a good start ahead of the rest of the field. Couple of drivers running out wide, but it is going to be Ellingham ahead of Amos on the run up to Christmas Corner for the first time. They all fan out as they go 2 and 3 wide, and there's a spin there. I think, is that the 14 of Archie Forber? Yes, it is. That's a real shame for Archie. Would have hoped for more in this final, but I don't think it's going to be a top 10 from where he is now. Still dry conditions out there. That's the number 36 of Nathan Amos. But a clean start there from the X30 seniors, and that's what we want to see.
Yes, indeed. It was a very good, clean start. So they make their way round the boot section for the first time after asking, and the order will appear on the screen. Ellingham leads from Amos, Fernhoe, Stilp, Matchell, Reid, Stansfield, Patel, Coombs, Johnson, Massarella, Cottrell, Gilbert. Your top 13 out there at the moment, less than 9 minutes to go. And the rest of the field slotting into place there. So 35 just getting seen out of the way there. That's Finley McKee getting passed by Jensen Buckingham. That is for 22nd place down the road. But as the rest of the field slot through, slight breakaway at the front of the field because Ellingham has managed to pull about a 6/10 lead at the moment. It's not much, but it's on its work.
Fair play to Harrison Pugh in this situation to go back out and continue racing. That takes guts, considering what we saw and heard happen to Jensen earlier in the day. If you were with us earlier, popped away from it, the news is that Jensen Pugh, away with a suspected broken leg, has gone to hospital to have that attended to. That is the latest that we know. But Lucas Ellingham leading this race, and I have to remind myself that he's still in his debut year of seniors. Now, even at club level, we often see, drivers coming through the ranks, and they take a bit of time to get up to speed in seniors, especially in X30. But Lucas Ellingham He's making it look like he's been at this level for years with the way that he's driving.
Yeah, he has. He really does, and he does show a great skill out on circuit, and yeah, we'll just have to see what he can do when it gets to the end of this race. That is the 36, so that's second place down at the moment, because your race leader is just there, out of shot. There we go. He's going through the Ashby hairpin now, and a change for second place, because Jacob still takes the lead, or takes second place, and a bit of contact further down. The 66 and the 44 is Daniel Hackett and Benjamin Watts, though it's 18th and 19th place on circuit. Look like they've had a coming together at Christmas Corner. They're both back out on circuit. No injuries or no damage to report by the looks of it, albeit some broken egos, and dropped down the order.
Yep, and less points as a result. Encouragement coming from the pit straight there on the gantry. 6 minutes and 50 seconds ago. Oh dear, Archie Forbert has had a spin. This is a final to forget for Archie, unfortunately. 6 minutes and 40 to go. We're going to put a question to the folks of you on the chat. Let us know who you nominate for driver of the day and overtake of the day, and you've had some good ones today.
You've had some,
so,
yeah.
Let us know who you think those awards should go to. 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. Jacob Stilp digging deep here. He's up to second place and has just gone purple in sector 1.
He doesn't want to, get outshone by his younger brother, Gabe. Of course, he wants to come away with a final win. I did speak to him earlier today, and he just said, "Oh yeah, Gabe, he won the final at Adria. I want to come away and win the final in this one." He's got a bit of work to do, because currently he's got a bit of, he's got quite a bit of retail between himself and Lucas Ellingham in the form of 2.1 seconds. So there's quite a bit of space there. But Jacob Stilp just set the fastest lap of the race, albeit it wasn't by much.
The pace of the top 4 here, all of them in the 45.0s or the 45.1s, is very, very good. Nathan Amos, unfortunately, just can't live with it at the moment in 5th, a 45.7 last time around. 5.5 minutes to go. There's this race plus one more. So for those of you sticking around to watch Super GT race, thank you very much for sticking around. You're going to be rewarded for your dedicated time shortly. This pulsating X30 senior final still has lots to give here. Ty Stansfield's had a good run so far, DJ. Had a bit of a scrappy second heat, he doesn't mind me saying, but here in the final, back on form, there in 7th place in the 22.
Yeah, good to see that from Ty Stansfield. Again, another regular driver that we see in the British Kart Champs, and he's really showing his skill here at Wilton Mill. Again, it's a tough old grid, because of course all of these drivers are experts here at Wilton Mill. They know this circuit like the back of their hand, and of course at other circuits as well. They don't just race in this, some do, but there are a lot of experience here at Wilton Mill, and it's a very tough club round to do, and it's a very tough track to do as well, which is why it's so popular as well. You see a lot of coverage at the circuit. You see a lot of people come to the circuit, and these last few rounds have been near max capacity. We've got drivers in the reserve list who wish they could be racing, and they've just, unfortunately, they've not been able to attend purely because it's been so packed out and filled out, which is good to see, but a shame for some.
Yeah, 2 more rounds of this championship to go. 28th of November, and then 2 weeks later, I want to say on the 11th of December. We saw Brandon Matchell getting past Nathan Amos. You've got a feel for Nathan Amos. I think he's struggling on tyres. He's going to give it a go back on Ty Stansfield. Retakes 6th place there. The 12th of December, apologies, for the final round of the season. Ellingham still leading from Stilp then, managing the gap 1.8 seconds. It is closing, but I don't think at a rate that's enough for Stilp, with 3.5 minutes on the clock to worry Ellingham too much. Down the inside there goes Vishal Patel on Nathan Amos. That's good for 6th.
Comes back at him though. 36 fighting him off. And down the inside as well goes Ty Stansfield. So Stansfield makes the move. So Patel, trying to get those moves done, has now lost one. Slots back into position. Now comes back down the inside of Stansfield, and can't quite do it. So Nathan Ames now down into P8. Stansfield up into P6, and Vishal Patel now in P7. having a good little scrap there. But again, now line astern looking like they've got into a position that they like to be in. Now they've just got to work together, close those gaps back up again. You've had your little squabble. Now it's time to pay attention, back in class, back to learning, back to closing those gaps.
In terms of championship, as things stand, this is not just a good day for Lucas Ellingham, it's a very good day. You can see him there in the lead of the race. Nathan Amos, he's just not got the pace in this one, down in 8th place. Alex Johnson, he's had a tough day. He's a better final, is up into top 10 but only 9th. Archie Forber, terrible final, is out of the running in this one. Thomas Massarella is back up to 11th. So all of his championship contemporaries not having finals where they're in that top 5 and pushing him, and Lucas Ellingham is one, I feel today, with the efforts that he's put in, can get through these last 2 minutes. I wouldn't say he's got one hand on the championship trophy, but he's definitely got one finger and a thumb, perhaps, as with 2 rounds to go.
Yeah, maybe. That's a good way of putting it. I mean, lots can happen. Lots can happen in karting. Anything could happen. You can't be really signed, sealed, and done until it is signed, sealed, and done, and you're holding it. There you go. It is done now, because, like I say, anything can happen. It can happen on track. It can happen off track. It can happen in scrutineering. It can happen in the paddock. It can happen on the dummy grid. It can happen anywhere. So you just. You calm down.
Here's a good scrap. 3rd place, Jude Fernahoe ahead of Tyler Reid. And Jude Fernahoe, another driver afield this year in particular, DJ, has really grown and matured as a driver through 2021. And it's good to see him here, increasing in competitiveness in that JDR MS kart machine. Keeping nominations coming in for driver of the day and overtake of the day. I think I know what my nomination for overtake of the day is, but I'm not going to say it right now.
Well, exactly. And to answer, George, you just type it in the comments. It's not an official one, it's just a personal one for your aspect there.
Tyler Reid down the inside, retakes 3rd place from Jude Fernahoe. 35 seconds to go on the clock, and Fernahoe's nibbling away there at the rear bumper of Tyler Reid, keeping the pressure on. Back down the inside, retakes 3rd place. Great move. Really, really loving this. Oh, and the back again, and onto the grass goes Jude Fernahoe, and that's going to end the battle, I guess. And Tyler Reid back into 3rd on the road. There
we go. So good running there. Now less than 10 seconds to go now. So the final lap board, fingers crossed, will be out this time on both the gantry and the start-finish line. And we'll hopefully see a race concluded. Now that gap is down to 1 second now. He has closed in. Jacob Stilp has done an absolutely fantastic job there on that Mad Crop Promotions kart, and is really putting the waft down round this circuit, 3rd waft of the day, and he's really closing that gap. I mean, 1 second, exactly 1 second last time around, but he's not going to gain a second in a lap. Miracles would need to happen to stop a train like Lucas Ellingham to close a gap in 1 second in 1 lap.
Final lap and last lap board shown in tandem there. And Lucas Ellingham up to Christmas corner now. You can see him trying to get in as much of an aerodynamic position as possible. Jacob Stilp, this is a really good drive. It's what you come to expect from Jacob Stilp. I think it also shows the level at which Lucas Ellingham is driving, that it takes a driver of Jacob's calibre to keep Lucas honest, as we've seen through this race. And Jacob would have wished that this race was 15-20 minutes long.
Yeah.
But I think he is going to run out of time. Lucas Ellingham, though, what a season he is having round the final corner to take another final victory in the X30 Seniors. Look how much it means to him. He takes round 8 of X30 Seniors 2021 Fastar WMKC Championship. Jacob Stilp is 2nd, Tyler Reid 3rd, Jude Fernahoe there in 4th place. Brandon Matchell solidly in the top 5. Ty Stansfield battles back to 6th in the final. Vishal Patel 7th. Nathan Amos maybe a little bit disappointed with 8th. 9th for Harry Cottrell. 10th Alex Johnston. Thomas Massarello in 11th place. Ellis Bourget, Oliver Henwood, Jerome Philippe, Cameron Coombs is your top 15. Jensen Buckingham 16th. Good response there from Jensen, who's had problems earlier in the day. Benjamin Southgate 17th. Thomas Mullett 18th. Christopher Bingham 19th. Archie Forber, it just didn't happen for him today in the final, finishes 20th. Finley McKee 21st. Benjamin Watts, Hugo Gilbert, Stephanie Hobieka and Harrison Pugh is top 25. 2 retirements, Martin Auger and Daniel Hackett.
Nose cone watch happens.
And I think they're all good. I've not seen the camera phone come out yet.
No. And I think we're all good for our top 3. There we go. Well, that's...
One race to go here at Wilton Mill. It will be the Senior Rotax Max final. Thank you very much for your patience and sticking around for it if that's your particular race of interest. As we say, it is next here on Alpha Live.